Hey, good morning, my people. What's up? Hope and trust that all is going good. Today is what? Friday. Friday, the third day of July, 2026, and the time right now is 5:32 a.m. And yes, I'm on bright and early. I'm on bright and early. When I turned this morning, I quickly said my prayer. Thank the Almighty for bringing me through safe another night. And I had to get something off of my mind, so I came on early to do this. Really do I get mad or is mad when I am doing these recordings. When I used to be on the radio, I try not to, do the show in a state like that because normally you get emotional and you're going to make mistakes, you know. But this morning, I'm really pissed. And trust me, it's only because I know better why I don't use some of the words that I want to use. But this morning, I'm really pissed. A friend of mine called me about Tuesday or Wednesday of this week, and she asked me what was my position on the third country deportee situation. And I said to her, obviously, you have not been listening because I have even made a video as to where I stand on that situation. So she said, well, she told me certain things. Let me just say that for now. Let me not say what she told me exactly. Well, she told me certain things, and she asked me if I would have been interested interested in joining a panel or having a discussion or moving a movement to have bring consultation to have a discussion with the public in relation to this matter. And I said to her, sure, I don't have a problem with that. She made certain or she shared certain of her thoughts with me. I shared certain of my thoughts with her, and we were supposed to get in touch yesterday, as a matter of fact, to begin the thinking, the scheming, the how we gonna put this thing together, or how we wanted to put this thing together. And then I saw this article that I'm using as my backdrop. Government white paper on US proposals concerning third party nationals to be tabled in Parliament. I read it last night. Well, I didn't read the article. I looked at the headline last night. Let me be some. I looked at the headline. I looked at the headline, sorry, last night. So kind of upset. Um, and I thought about her, but it was kind of late, so I figured I'd give her a call this morning. But I had to come and do this before I even call her late in the morning when I believe she's up. Um, Let us start from the beginning. Let's recap. Let's recap from the beginning because it appears to me as if Gaston Brown and his cabinet might believe all the people out here in Antigua are fools. They might believe that, but Gaston Brown and his cabinet is goddamn mistaken if that is what they're thinking. How did this whole thing start? How did this whole thing start? It was by error, or maybe it wasn't an error, because it could not be held back from the people no longer. Gaston revealed on one of his programs that they had signed a memorandum of understanding with America in relation to this. Um, it's two things to my mind. It's either this memorandum was signed or discussions leading up to this memorandum was signed, lead up to this memorandum took place without the cabinet knowing, and they were now learning it, or cabinet members knew of all this going along all this time to this point when it was shared with the people. One of the two, in my mind. There was no damn discussion with the people. Where the hell was the white paper and the consultation, the government that they're talking about now? Where was the damn discussion and where was the white paper to come and talk to the people and say, hey, this is what it is, where we're going? Then, where was that then? How long was the discussions before he said what he said on his radio program and the public became aware of it? Look, them people just the more sensible people in the public, the sensible people in the public heard about this shit is the more they rebelled. And again, I'm gonna repeat, the more sensible people in the society. Because whether people like it or not, there is a sizable number in the population that just they're not with it. Whether they bring the good, whether them struggle so much that they can't take on these kind of things. That's just the situation. And to their detriment, politicians are shoving things down their throat that is going to be, how do I put it? I want to use Trump word. That is going to unravel the civilization, in my opinion. But I'll come back to that a little later. Right? In my opinion, now that Gaston Brown and his cabinet see that they are going to preside over the destruction of this damn country, that's what it's going to be. They're going to preside over the destruction of this country. They're talking about white paper, going to parliament with white paper. As we go. You put the cat in front of the house and then come and chat shit to people who sensible people out there, afraid to talk and say what I want to say and tell them how I feel. You don't have nothing to do with them back Labour Party or UPP. Oh God, you have to do it your and future generations to come existence. I don't see that. Y'all don't see that? And y'all still come and tell me about red and blue? In my opinion, if the opposition party in this country, the UPP, the United Progressive Party, if the United Progressive Party go to Parliament, the one single Pringle, the one Pringle that, what about the name, young this rice left in the can, and the senators go to Parliament with this, in my opinion, they're just as guilty as Gaston Brown and the cabinet. That's what Dave say. K, that's what Dave say. The opposition party walk out of Parliament because I think the members in the law house, when they went to Parliament, is when they saw the bill for the Alpha Nero. And they walked out of Parliament for that, saying that they didn't get enough time to study, etc., etc., etc. Right? And the opposition members, if I'm not mistaken, they did not go to Parliament. Or if they went to Parliament, I think it was the leader who spoke and then they left or something to that effect. Right? In relation to the Alpha Nero. What is happening now, where this country is, the path that this country is being put on now by Gaston Brown and his cabinet, 100 times worse than Alpha Nero. Tripping this, you tell me. And you tell me you go Parliament now, Gaston done make an ass of himself and the country. You go Parliament and talk about that? No. Make Gaston Brown tell Trump, we are not doing this, regardless of what happened. We're not doing it. In the mean that we're not friends of America. We're not doing it. And a follow politics, international politics, Trump at cost from the time he campaigned to now. Oh, Biden opened the borders of America and then let in all kind of people. And what he asks us to do now? What the hell is Trump asking us to do now? And because we said no, we're enemy, they're coming to get our enemy. Come make our get our enemy as a country. That's what David say. Our foe, I am aware, because me come up in the union some of the history. I am aware that our forefathers, the 39ers, told big countries where the hell to get off. I should have known the story when VC Bird said, look, I will eat weedy bush and cackle for a year. Because what you do to us, it can't happen again. And some of them in this Labour Party talk about them no union and they love union. and them a party union. Give me a goddamn break. And a goddamn want to use. Believe me. I agree with Paddy Simon. Paddy the Griot. I agree with Paddy. The 39ers, they're the greatest generation this country have seen. The 39ers. The greatest generation Antigua and Barbuda have seen. These guys today, Gaston Brown and the cabinet, and may watch the opposition so they do, in my opinion, they're full of shit. That's what Dave say. Dave say they're full of shit. That's what Dave say. Y'all cannot continue going around selling out generations of Antiguans and Barbudans to come. That's what me say. If America want to keep their visa, because we're not doing what they want us to do or what they will not do for themselves and their people, oh, we're not doing, keep your visa. I have a visa, me even know when it's done. But if when it's done, I can't get the next visa, so be it. If when it's done, I can't get my next visa, so be it. But no. Some are a politician. Some are a politician in the government now. I have properties and so in America. Some are politicians now. I have family and so live America. So I have to go America. I have to sell out this country for America. Me not had a problem there. Me never had a problem there. And I will never have that problem there. Never. The time for that in for my life pass. When them in a file for green, what I call it something? Green card and for citizenship, but tell them I don't want none. I'm like this since me and youth, and teenager come. I have some friends in the States who might want to go and visit, you might want to go and shop, you might have a medical issue, you want to go and do it. Yes, I would want to have a visa for that. But me don't want a visa to live in America. Why the hell me want left Antigua to live in America? You know how good Antigua be? Irrespective of where they have it up to now. You know how good Antigua be? And people over there afraid to talk. Afraid to talk. A bunch of whores, if you ask me. A bunch of whores, if you ask me. If the opposition go to parliament and partake in this debate, we can't talk for the opposition. Me never been a member of the party. I've never been a member of a party. I support parties when it comes election time. And if I believe none I deserve the support, I'm not going to vote. I don't care nobody say. But if you don't vote in this, I them business that. If me say that none of the 2 of them, 3 of them, 5 of them deserve my vote, I'm not going to vote. And for sure, if the opposition go to parliament and take place in this shit, take a part in this shit, which is their choice, and for them the party, me can't argue with them. I won't argue with them. But what I will say, now come for me do ya in a yaks. Malika, if you come again the next time, now come. If they wake up dads and bring it and then take it, he can't come. Man, I even entertain a discussion with them. Man, I even Trump tell us, right? Trump tell us. Trump tell the Europeans. I must listen to what going around there in the world saying, no. Trump tell the Europeans what happened in Europe with them immigration policy, who are they letting, etc. I change the civilization. And he correct. In my opinion, Trump correct. In my opinion, Trump correct. But that's what he tell them. And he tell them if I do like America, start to take step like America, civilization will come to an end. And then why he ask Antigua for do? Me not even talk about the rest Caribbean Islands, because I live in them. I live in Antigua. And Antigua be. Man, I spend 7 years and get the citizenship for ya. And that's why I say me never make no apologies to the body. Me the care the body say, me not have no problem with an immigrant. No immigrant can come to Antigua and have the same right as me or Antigua, and that's what me say. Me the care who backs. You know nothing to do with me. Me the care. That's what me say. Antigua belong to Antiguans. And that's why I never vex when Trump say America belong to Americans. Me agree with he. Because it's the same thing me say for Antigua. Me not have a problem with Guyanese, Jamaicans, whoever. I don't have a problem with them. But what me call we bring in the dregs in the society. What do we do for the country? For keep fair party the power? And then the ignorant, stupid Antiguans and them afraid to talk in Antigua? What can go so? What can really go so? What can go so? Well, I get it off my chest. I'm going to feel better. I'm going to directly put them on record. Because they must know, and they must hear. Me not ever fear in Antigua. Not Dave. Not Dave. Me not care who the political party be. None are bigger than this country. None. And maybe because I know the history again, why I'm so passionate about it. Maybe because I know the history, that's why I'm so passionate about it. Because I know what the sacrifice me have to be. I come to talk about them so educated. A dunce them be. Compared to the 39ers, dunce. Dunce them be. That's what Dave say. One time, I post it per line, I'm afraid as I tell you. I'm a call Chet and I tell Chet, when them look for take the land back from the School of Medicine, VC Bird, and let me get in the land and then say, if ever he become that contribute to the national progress, nation's progress, take him back. And he been over there talking about taking him back. I didn't even know that end up. And at the same time, Chet a party on cabinet that at least to own lands, their job work at prices before the place even develop. Before I left, I scan everything and put them up in the cloud. So I not talk what I know. I not talk what I know. There's a 7 or 9 page minute that the people in them in a legal affairs write to the minister and them or the cabinet, whoever tell them what make them shouldn't sign the lease. And them they fight to sign the lease. They will fight for sign the lease. And the legal team will tell them why they should not sign the lease. And people in this country know. From both sides, me know it for a fact. Now what happened? What happened? The good book tell me the poor will always be among you. And yes, even though some I believe that everybody's supposed to carry equal burden, so you work. The Bible will tell you that. To whom much is given, much is expected. So whether we like it or not, for them people who are ignorant, they can't understand and know how have to carry them burden. That's what from a book teach me. That is why I am satisfied with saying what I have to say publicly. Me not care what I say. Me not care what it costs. But don't tell them ready, nobody can buy me. Me not a price. Take that to the bank. Nobody can pay me for silence me. It can't happen. Because ultimately, a God Almighty me talk to. A he me give account to, not man. Not man. And when man look like them a prosper, they not prosper. Because they not sleep. Look how some of them want to sell out this country. Because they have interest in America to protect. And they have so much money and they're supposed to be so happy. They're not happy. They're not happy. They can't wait here and they say they're not happy. The day at all, and the day will come. The day will come. When the money they go, adding in the government, then go find out how the Sankey sing. Maybe I might not be around. I might not be around. But as my old man does say, ants will bring the message. Ants will bring the message. This shit must stop. America must be told, hey, just like how you know want to take the crazy house people and them, etc., from Venezuela and whatever. Just like how I must tell Trump, just like how you won't take it and you want to get rid of that issue that you say Biden and them bring up in America, we're not take none. And whatever the consequence be, so be it. That's what our government supposed to tell America. You know mean that are against America. As just I just tell her all the time, this state insurance of all my mother's children, I love myself the most. I thought about they're so bright and they're so this and they're so that. And all of them be holes on their knees, if you ask me. People, have a good day. Until we come together again. Bless up.